I just asked ChatGPT to help me get to scratch golf. So what I'm gonna do is every day I'm gonna tell it what I'm struggling with, what I'm working on, where my handicap's at, and it's gonna suggest to me what to do. Okay, so ChatGPT says the goal with driver off the tee, pick a very specific target based on your shot shape, based on how you're hitting the ball that day, and make sure you're hitting the fairway. We're counting how many fairways we're hitting today. So right edge of the lake, I've been hitting fades with my driver, so I'm trusting that I'll do that here. Big fade, cutting out to the right. Not a fairway, but we should be all right. We got 165 to the middle of the green, downhill, straight into the wind. My 170 club to make sure I get it over that tree. We're just working on a nice clean stroke here. ChatGPT told me on approach to just go for the center green, not worry about the flag, but that's not really an option here. Short, safe, we should be able to get it up and down if we go short. We still kissed the tree a little, but luckily we got through. We should have an okay approach. 77 yards. ChatGPT said don't chase flags unless you got a wedge in your hand. This is definitely a wedge shot for me, so I'm gonna get a little more aggressive. I'm gonna play left center of the green, still cheating to the right so I can make sure I get it on and I can two putt for bogey. Oh, hit that false front and came back a little, but we're on, that's okay. Okay, now I like to use aim point putting. Tends to work well for me. So we're gonna pace it. Get about halfway there, feel what that putt's doing. Okay, so we got a 30 footer, banking pretty hard to the right. I'm gonna give it about, about 3 feet out to the left. We're gonna aim this and see where that takes us. 30 footer uphill. Oof. Did not go left enough and pounded it. I got this comebacker for 6 feet for bogey. Good thing we were practicing our 6-footers on that practice green though, huh? I'm gonna just aim right edge here and show you how much I love my new lab putter. She just does what I tell her to. Get yourself a lab putter. They're the best. ChatGPT wants us to choose a very specific target and just focus our efforts on hitting that target. We're just trying to keep it in the fairway. You try to murder it, that's when you get in trouble. That being said, I'm playing a fade, almost a slice. Pretty confident, as long as I'm aiming left side, I'm gonna end up in good shape, so I can give it a little more swing power on it. Just making sure to follow. I gotta be disciplined here and do what ChatGPT tells me. Pick a specific target. But ChatGPT told me to be aggressive. ChatGPT said, today's theme is smart aggression and miscontrol. So I got the green light from ChatGPT to be a little aggressive here. Well, that was aggressive. Probably in the next fairway over, which is totally fine. This is a par 5, by the way. All right, 220 to the green. I could certainly get it there, but there's some trouble around the green. I'm just gonna play it safe and lay it up. There's a creek just short of the green. Focus on good contact, good aim point, and just give myself an easy green in regulation on this hole. I hit it fat and I pulled it and I still should be able to hit the green. So that was the right move. Okay, it's 130 yards to the middle of the green. Not ideal thanks to that chunk second shot, but still in a good position to hit a gur and get our 2-putt par. We're dancing. Got our green in regulation. 10 handicaps, never gonna complain about a green in regulation. Boom, baby. We got a 33 footer and it's a runner. It's a steep downhill putt. If we overhit this at all, it's gonna cook way past the hole. So this is a finesse putt and this is my weakness with my lab putter. I need to get more practice in with it, but we're gonna left brake just a little bit and we are gonna fly down that hill. I'm aiming just about a cup to the right, but what I care about right now is getting the right distance on this putt. Too much. That actually broke right too. That was a tough read. It's okay, we got this one. We left ourselves about 6 feet, but as you saw on number 1, I can handle 6 feet. We're definitely breaking to the right here. I didn't give it enough. 3 putt for a bogey start. Let's keep that aggressive strategy and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Sorry, I keep saying that. You should never aim at a hazard. Even if you've been fading and slicing all day, never aim where if the ball goes straight, you're gonna get a penalty. So taking that into account, I'm gonna aim just right of those weeds, and I'm gonna try to correct my slice a little bit here, hit it straighter and see where we end up. So again, we're aiming just to the right of the hazard. So if we do happen to hit a straight ball, it's not going in the hazard. Well, I've played this course many, many times, and this is the best position I've ever been in on this hole. So thank you, ChatGPT. I got 121 yards in to the flag, and I'm using a wedge, so it's okay to kind of go for the flag. I am gonna play a club that'll go just a little bit long if I hit it clean. Let's get a par on the number 1 handicap hole, huh? Pushed it out a little to the right, but still in good shape. Let's put her close. Oh, I crushed that. We're playing the bogey game right now. Nothing wrong with that. Pars will come, and we're going to the right just a bit. Get rid of that goose poop. Silly goose turd. We're gonna hit a nice smooth 7 pacer here. Got a straight comebacker for bogey. Look at these deer. Speaking of deer, huh? This is a par 3. We got 161 to the middle of the green. ChatGPT says don't chase flags, just go for the middle of the green. I'm into the wind. I'm going to play a longer club, 175 club, and just hit a smooth shot, middle of the green. Chunky monkey today. I think that went in the sand. We are indeed in the sand with 50 yards to go. Got to try to pick this up clean. It's more muck than sand, so that's why I'm saying I should pick it up clean. Here we go. Very happy with that. And right now we've got a 33 footer. It's breaking pretty hard to the right the whole way and going uphill. We're gonna really push it out to the side here, banking on a big turning putt. 11 paces uphill. Oof. That was a good putt. 4 holes and still no pars. It's okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Just gotta be patient. Back to what I was telling you about ChatGPT telling me to pay attention to what I'm doing wrong. Today, my big screw up is my approach shots. My second shot on every hole and then my tee shot on the par 3 none of those have been good shots. So clearly right now what I need to focus on is ball striking with my irons. Moving forward on the next few holes, I'm gonna pay attention to that and see if we can get a little bit cleaner, straighter shots. But for now, we're hitting driver. Same thing I told you on hole 3. Okay, I wanna aim left because I still have a fade bias, but I don't wanna aim so far left that I'm in trouble. So I'm just gonna aim left edge of the fairway here. That went a little right, but we're in great position. Should be able to get our green in regulation, which is the primary focus. That's why GPT said on your approach shots, don't seek the pin, just seek the center of the green, because one of the most important things you can do is hit the green in regulation. We're gonna do that here. Well, we missed the fairway by about a foot. We've got 150 to the middle of the green, probably gonna play like 160. So we'll play our 160 club here. The reason we're also playing longer is because we got a big fat mud chunk on the ball. You see that sucker? That's gonna give us some trouble. It's where the club hits the ball too, so it's gonna be extra. Because of that, I'm gonna grab an extra club even. With my extra club, I'm gonna try to come out to in and cut it so that I avoid the mud. By cutting it, it's gonna take some distance off it as well. Let's see how this goes. I said it again. That is so hard to kick that habit. Did the shape I wanted, but left it well short. We hit it fat. With the mud on the ball, I really can't be mad about that result though. Normally I don't hike my bag up that hill, but gotta get the shot for you guys. Okay, we got 28 yards, breaking to the left a little bit, uphill. We're gonna play it like a 30-yarder. Okay, here we go. Still got some mud on the ball. Ooh, juice that a little bit. That's just fine. Got a 28-footer. Clean that sucker off. Should have grabbed my towel. The old armpit buff. You're welcome. 28-footer, dip into the left. If you notice, my putting lines haven't been the issue today. It's my distance. This is a new lab putter for me, and I will love hitting the lines. I just still learning the distance thing. Ooh. Left myself a 4-footer. Okay, well, we have a 300-yard par 4. On a good day, I can hit it. We got a little breeze coming from the back. It's a little, you know, the danger is that the green's well protected by a bunker, big old bunker on the front. So if you leave it short, you could plug in the sand, especially where it's so muddy and mucky today. I'm gonna play driver, but I'm gonna cheat quite a bit to the right because it's pretty wide open and safe over there. Went where I was aiming, and we'll have an open look at the green. Pretty short. Success. Well, look at that. Normally this green's completely guarded by that bunker. By hitting out to the right, we left ourselves a wide open, clean look at that green. 50 yards, just a smooth half wedge. See if we can get it close. Oh, I bladed it. Flag saved my booty. I'll tell you what, without that flag there, that ball's probably going in the hazard. That was a huge, I want to say break, but it's just because I'm so dead aim on that flag. We got a 9-footer here. It's gonna go left, and it's gonna be fast. ChatGPT said focus really hard on your shorter putts and keep track of how many you're making. Not making any, but I still feel good. I still like this putter. I just, like I say, I got to learn my distance control a little better, and that's gonna make everything all right. Birdie. Should have been at least a bogey, and we get a birdie. Thank you, flag. Sure do appreciate you. All right, all right, all right. Well, thought about why I was missing my lag putts on that. I was able to execute, hold that 9-footer for birdie. Still don't have any pars today, but we're on track at least for bogey golf, which is a little worse than where I want to be, but it's the middle of winter, so I'm okay with that. So once again, the two things that I'm struggling with today are my irons, my approach game, and my lag putting. But really, I'm going to try to dial in. All I'm focused on here is the center of the green, just a clean strike, keep that club face aiming where I want the ball to go, and just a good straight club path. Grr. Back of the green, we're happy. I took a little extra club because there's water short and we're on the green. That little extra club was only 3 yards past the hole. I didn't scope it, so I didn't realize it's kind of back here. Love that. We have a 25-footer banking probably about 1.5 feet, 2 feet to the left. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think it's gonna be more like 3.5 feet. So we're giving it a little more break. Hold it. Pulled it hard. That was the worst line I've ever hit with this putter. This is only my second time playing with it, but it was not a good line. I just completely stood up out of that putt. That's okay though. We got 6 feet for par. I just have a par curse today. The course does not want to give me a par. 6 feet back up the hill. I'll tell you what we're not going to do this time. Say it with me. We're not going to leave it short. That's embarrassing. Well, the tees are not often this high up. Took a lot of energy to get here, but that's good news. That's not good news. I'm just trying to be optimistic. So what we want to do here, my specific point that I'm aiming at, see that tree on the left side of the fairway? I'm just going off the right edge of that tree, and I need to hit one straight or else I'm going to be in the bunker on the right, which is fine. I can get out of there. It's not the end of the world. Shit. We're going to have to hit another one. That's OB. We'll see. Got 114. No. Oh, we're out of the sand. Okay, we got 60 yards to the flag. I can hit a 60-yard shot. We can get up and down for double still. Not the end of the world, not awesome. A lot of little lapses today. Could have been a decent round. A lot of little lapses. 60-yarder. What a gorgeous day to be out here though. The sun's peeking out through the evening trees on that valley view. One of my favorite golf courses here in Layton, Utah. Pretty straight. 6 yards, just gonna tickle to the right a little bit. And we're going uphill. I got it there. Triple. Thanks to that first tee shot getting lost. But it's beautiful out here. Who needs to play well when you got this scenery? So at the end of the round today, I'm going to tell ChatGPT what I did. I'm going to give it my baseline, tell it what I struggled with, and then we'll see what it recommends for me tomorrow. We'll be back. More deer, anyone? All right, last hole, par 5. Let's pick our specific target and focus all our energy on just hitting the fairway. That's what ChatGPT wants us to do. I just read John Sherman's book, The 4 Principles of Golf. One of the key takeaways that he says in there that I really like, he says, advance the ball as far as possible while making sure your next shot has a clear look at the green. When I keep that in my head, I do much better. And that's what I'm gonna do on this shot. Pick my point, hit it far without putting anything in the way of the next shot. Slice-a-rooney. But the 18th fairway is wide open. There's a par 5, and I just set myself up to reach it in 2. Okay, well, the good news is I hit the fairway. We don't have to talk about which fairway. I teed off on hole 9. This is not number 9's fairway, but it's the fairway. And I only got 233 yards in. I was just trying to cut the corner so you take the straighter approach. All right, we're gonna try to cut one over these pine trees, get it somewhere around the green, get an easy green in regulation, and get out of here with a dang par, huh? It was a good strike, had a lot of fade on it. We may be in the sand. We may have an easy chip. We'll see. Okay, well, we did catch the sand, unfortunately, but we're here in 2 on a par 5. We got 10 yards to the green. All I care about right now is getting it on the green so I can 2-putt for par. Got 25 yards. And let's try to pick this up clean because this sand's so hard. Do my stock 25-yard shot. And I bladed it into the other sand. Cool, man.
I like to look back on the round and see what we did good, see what we did poorly. So looking at drives, a lot of slices, pretty poor. Approach shots, a lot of chunk shots, pretty poor. Wedges, a lot of bladed shots, pretty poor. Putting, a lot of 3-putts, pretty poor. Let's just chalk this up as a dumpster fire round and hope for better next time, huh?
Well, we did it. Made our 12-footer for bogey. Good finish, solid finish.